Motorbike enthusiast and former milkman Simon Booth from Somerset is next into the den. He's one of those lucky entrepreneurs who's managed to transform a personal passion into a money-making business, and he hopes the Dragons will recognise its potential.
Hello, my name's Simon Booth. I'm here today looking for £75,000 for 10% of my business. Kiddie Moto, since 2004, is the award-winning designer, developer, distributor, manufacturer of unique wooden balance bikes for 2 to 5 year olds. Balance bikes are the perfect way to start children onto cycling. Customers include John Lewis, Evans Cycles, Honda, Suzuki, Triumph, to name but a few. We project that sales revenues will hit the £5 million mark in 2014. Thank you very much. And now Ruby's going to give you a little demonstration of a balance bike.
Grand claims from Simon Booth, who's brought along his 3-year-old daughter to demonstrate his pedal-free children's balance bikes. In return for a 10% stake, the Somerset entrepreneur needs £75,000 to expand his company.
Well done, Ruby.
Well done, Ruby.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ruby.
Bye, Ruby. Bye.
Theo Pafitis looks impressed.
Simon, hello, I'm Theo.
Hello, Theo.
Looks a great product.
Thank
Looks
you.
a quality product. I just want some quick numbers so I can tune in to what you're actually doing.
Sure, okay. Yeah, initially it started at trade shows or consumer shows selling direct.
It's the numbers I'm after?
Yeah, we'd sold, in the first year, sold 300 units, and that was mostly direct. And I'd go and knock on doors of nurseries.
It's the numbers I'm after?
So, £30,000 first year.
Good.
50,000. 265,000. Then it went up to, last year was 490.
Do you make any profit?
Yes.
How much did you make last year?
30,000.
So you made clear profit, 30,000 quid.
Yeah.
How much do they cost to make?
£20.
And you sell them to the retailer for how much?
For an average of £50.
And the retail at what price?
Is about £100.
Impressed by the figures and impressed with the product, Simon has made a good impression on the Dragons. But Duncan Bannatyne looks distracted.
Simon, I'm confused as to why the motorbike's here.
Because that's kind of where the initial idea came from.
Right,
and
right.
these are replicas of motorcycles.
But do you own it?
That's my bike, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Where did you say you're selling these?
Independently owned bicycle shops, motorcycle shops, toy stores.
So, this is what I would do if I was in your position, right? I would sell my motorbike. I would borrow money on credit cards and do everything I could to buy stock to keep 100% of my company.
Okay.
Why don't you do that?
The reason I've come to the Dragon's Den is really because it's not just the investment. It would possibly be the help that comes with an investment that has got an incredible amount of business background and history and acumen that I can just bounce ideas.
So you come in here to find a friend?
Yeah, kind of, I guess.
Give us a look at one. They look really good.
Yeah.
A heartfelt plea from the entrepreneur. But how will he fare under the scrutiny of Deborah Meaden?
I've got to say, I think you've done really well.
Thank you.
You've generated £500,000 worth of turnover. I sat up and listened then, and then I thought, ooh, that actually only translated to £30,000 worth of profit. What's your take on that?
We just had a late delivery of stock, so that kind of went in the books as
Yeah, that doesn't affect your profit because you paid, I don't know what, £100,000 worth
Right.
for your stock. You've got £100,000 worth of stock, so that doesn't affect profit.
Okay,
so
so-
I'm purely focusing on profit here. I just want to understand why £500,000 turns to 30,000.
Yeah, sure.
What are your overheads? Go through that. Go through that. What's your overheads?
Okay, key overheads will be exhibitions.
Do you want to put some numbers against those exhibitions? How much you spend on exhibitions?
Exhibitions is in the region of 45 to 50,000.
Okay. And wages and salaries?
I think 45,000.
Okay. And then what about your rent?
It's about 15,000, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at the moment you've managed to explain 100,000 to me.
Right. So I must apologise. I can't pull those figures out of
Oh,
out of
you
my head,
need
isn't it?
to. Do you know how important this is?
Sure.
This is the whole business model. You've
Yeah.
explained half of your costs, and half you're really struggling to explain.
Sure.
Which it doesn't sound good, does it, Simon? Right now, your track record is telling me your net profit ratio is diabolical. Okay, Simon, I'm really sorry. You've failed
Yeah, no,
to
I
explain to
appreciate
me the business model, and I actually sat here. I think there's clearly a market. You've got £500,000 worth of sales. I'm out.
A failure to make the numbers add up rarely goes down well in the den. Simon loses his first dragon, and Peter Jones looks to have made his mind up too.
I'm going to be quite quick. You've taken a product to market, you've designed it yourself, you've done everything yourself. That you to be congratulated. But I think it would be very difficult for me to invest in somebody that is going to require and expect a lot of assistance and mentoring and time. And that's something that unfortunately I have very little of, is time. It's not an investment for me, so I'm out.
Okay, thank you.
Simon, I'll tell you where I am. I'm not a million miles away from that. I love the product. Difficult to come here and just spout numbers, but you should have been better prepared. I'd love to be your friend, but I'm not going to make any money. I'm out.
Thank you very much.
Two more dragons walk away from investing in Simon and his business. Can logistics expert Hilary Devey find a reason to throw him the financial lifeline he badly needs?
Simon, you say the actual costing you £20
Yes.
to make. Is that shipped?
We've got some shipping costs in there as well,
Right.
but
What about your distribution costs in the UK?
coming from our warehouse to the customer, that has to be included in the overhead as well.
Right.
So, yes, so there is
that, I
courier
would think,
cost.
with a product like this, would easily account for at least £40,000.
Yeah.
And answer me this, how did you manage to get John Lewis to actually promote them, to sell them in their stores?
Met the buyer at the Nuremberg Toy Fair and have just placed a nice order. That's their first order, £35,000 worth, for their sort of autumn collection. And we also sort of talked to Harrods.
Why have you not done it with House of Fraser, Selfridges,
We
Mothercare?
will be approaching those as well. Most of my customers have been independent retailers.
But I'd have thought with a product like this, that what you should have been aiming for, what your vision would have been, was brand awareness.
Sure, that's probably why I need a friend to give me some guidance, really.
The confidence returns. But has the West Country entrepreneur got his pitch back on track? Duncan Bannatyne is now ready to show his hand.
Simon, I'm not going to be your best friend and go to drink with you every Friday night and sit in the office with you. But I quite like it in actual fact when somebody hasn't got the costings quite right, because that's something I can add. I can analyse exactly the costs. And so because I like the product so much, I'm going to make you an offer. I'm actually going to make you two offers. I'm going to offer you the full amount of money you're asking for, £75,000. But I want, for that, 30% of the company.
Okay.
I'm going to get a second offer. I'm going to offer you half the money, that's £37,500, for 15%. So with the second offer, you could get another dragon to come in.
Okay.
With the first offer, you can just accept me.
Thank you very much.
At last, Simon has received an offer of the £75,000 he needs, but at a level of equity 3 times the amount he initially intended to give away. Will Hilary Devey now choose to undercut her rival's offer, join forces with him, or walk away from the deal altogether?
OK, Simon. I also think it's a good product and I can see mileage in it. I can also help with my own marketing team, my own IT team, and what I've also got is a logistics company throughout Europe to ship it for a lot less than what you would pay.
Yeah, of course.
So I would like to offer you half the money for 15%.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you all very much. I've learnt an incredible amount about the fact that I don't know as much as I thought I knew about my business, and there's a lot more to learn. I really do need some friends, and it would be good to have 2 friends. So what I'd like to do is accept your offer.
Well done, Simon. Very good move.
Thank you very much.
Simon's done it. It wasn't a smooth ride, but for 2 of the dragons, the potential outweighed the risk. Simon, did you think at the end of that you were going to walk away with an investment?
Once I started getting a grilling, especially when Deborah started getting into the numbers, I started to feel like
Yeah.
I didn't have a clue. It was established that I was looking for not only an investment, it was also looking for friends, really. So Duncan and Hilary became my rich friends, if you like.